Hey, welcome to Paranormal Musing Podcast. This is Local Haunts. Been a while, but we're back with it. Um, 40B is out somewhere, probably hunting the skunk ape or some type of thing. Who knows? But maybe he'll come in. We don't know. But hey, welcome back. We're here. So we're gonna talk about local haunt. Looks like we already have somebody in the chat. What's up, Matt?
Madam.
Um, but all right, without further ado, these are short. We're just talking about a couple places and then we're getting out of your hair, which is good anyway because Tuesdays are work days. But
Tuesday. Good.
all right, Rich, what do you got for the folks?
Well, so I'm going to start off with a little something local haunt, but not only is it a local haunt in Florida, it's local to me haunt in Florida. And this being the Henniger Center for the Performing Arts. Before I get into the hauntings in there, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the history of the place. So this theater is a considered what you consider a in the historical Melbourne district here in Florida. And I guess what classifies a historical building would be either 50 years or older, being in kind of like a downtown district, or other some other form of like importance. You know what I mean? Like to the I guess it's to the development of the community around. If it's less than 50 years, it would have to be important to the development of the community that's around. So the construction began in 1919, and in the fall of 1920, the building opened. It was soon to become the first of three structures to stand on the site. It used to be an elementary school. It was named for former Principal Ruth Henniger, hence the Henniger Center, um, 1950 to 1951. In 1975, enrollment reached an all-time low of it was like 331 students. And the decision to close the school, they closed the school and made it an actual theater. Um, so 55 years later, here we are with the Henniger Center. Now, the thing that's pretty cool with this, man, is I was reading a little bit about it. The actual curtain, like you know how they have like the curtains that come down on like the theaters and the stages or what have you. They This curtain that they have in there is actually from a play, The King and I, on Broadway. Like they brought it down from Broadway up in New York or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's New York. Is it New York Broadway? Yes. And brought that and put it in this theater, man, which I thought was pretty cool. I was like, okay, I didn't know that. So it's seen a few of the performers that were actually in Broadway. They actually came down and helped develop this place, which is pretty neat because it's right here in Melbourne. You would think, it's just this little theater that probably the whole world doesn't know about it unless you live here, and it's got some pretty cool history to it, like that. Um, as far as the hauntings are concerned, so there is actually a guy named Jonathan. I'm assuming maintenance guy is what I heard. So there's why is it and that and it's funny, right? Because it's always the theaters with the maintenance guys. Why do you think that is, man? It's like
Because they're usually there when nobody else is.
it's like always the maintenance guy. It's like the maintenance guy
Yeah,
came back, man. It's like this dude's
a
still
little
working
quiet,
here.
a little quieter when everybody else is gone.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this dude's just like still working at the place even in the afterlife. So it's funny. But he's set to sit there and haunt the upper theater. He sits there. People have noticed him sitting in the seats. There has been, I guess, paranormal investigators have been in there because they mentioned something about the energy fields being measured around there, and I'm assuming they're talking about the EMF fields, like we do in our investigations, that sort of thing. So that guy was, he's there. I will say this though, man. I got to go in. I've been in that theater. I've worked on, some of the systems that are in there, mainly the fire alarm system, because that's what I do. And that place is pretty creepy, man. Like, you're walking through there in the dark, because the lights are not on when I'm in there, and you're walking through there in the dark, and it's like you feel like someone's just like constantly staring at you. Like you're never alone in that place, man. It's crazy, but it's a really cool spot. There's a lot of history there. I feel like I would love to go in there and do a local investigation myself. But I've reached out and tried, and I guess it's one of those you're not getting in there unless you know somebody type of thing. You know what I mean? So um, now there was another thing as well. So the up on the second floor, there's like a secondary. Hey,
Oh
Someone
man.
someone was in the wrong queue on time, but in the
oh
wrong one.
oh, he went into the different link.
Yep.
I've done that before, but figured it out before it started. I was like, oh crap.
Oh man. Sure got egg on my face.
What's up, my brother?
Hey, I have a 4-letter word for you. Read.
Yeah.
I was born to lead, not to
That's
read.
rude.
Still a 4-letter word.
But yeah, man. So this place is pretty cool. Cordy, just in case you missed it, man, I was talking about the Henniger Center here.
Where's
It's,
that?
it's a theater that's located here in Melbourne, Florida. It's local to me. Um, it's in the historic district in downtown Melbourne.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But it was built in like the early 1900s. It's got a few supposed hauntings there, and looks like a pretty cool place, man. I'd like to get out there. But I was just telling Terry, I tried. I've reached out, to some people because I've been in there because I did some work in there, and I guess they're not willing to, let people like us go and do our thing in there. So,
It's like the Sunrise Theater in Fort Pierce.
oh yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and it was funny because the guy that's like I asked Terry, I was like, man, the guy that's haunting the place, he's like, it's the maintenance guy, and his name's Jonathan.
It's
Right?
always the maintenance guy.
That's what I said. I was like, why is it always the damn maintenance guy, man? It's like,
Cleaning up shit during and in the afterlife.
well, that's what yeah, dude. Like he's over there freaking, he's working his ass off in the afterlife. Who the hell wants to do that?
Yeah.
Not me. I don't want to do that. But yeah, man. So it was pretty cool. So there's also like I guess like a second floor, like little theater on it as well, and it sits. God, what did it say? 80. I think it was 85 people on the second floor.
Oh my God,
On the
that's a
second
lot.
little theater that's in there, and I was like, holy crap, that's pretty cool, man. So, yeah, it's an interesting place. It's local to me. It's cool. All these buildings in the historic district is it's pretty cool, man. I mean, you could just about walk in any of these buildings, man, and they're all historic. I've even tried to do some things here and there down there, but it's cool, man.
Right on.
Yes, sir. But yeah, it's a lot of history, man. A lot of history in those buildings, and I enjoy it. And I think anybody out there that's listening, if you've got a historic district in your town, and then you're into that type of stuff, you could probably go out there and check it out and see what's going on, get some history in. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I got, man.
All right. Well, Cordy, I hope you're ready because you're next. I'm going last.
Of course, you always go last.
Yep.
So
No, he doesn't. He went first last time, I think he did.
he probably did. We like taking turns here.
Yeah.
My location is it's not local, but it's a very well-known location in the state of Florida that I think all of us have been to.
Yeah, Matt, Titusville, yeah.
I will.
Maybe.
I will avoid that. That sounds gross. I actually chose the old jail in St. Augustine.
Yeah, haven't been there yet.
Oh, dude, you got it. It's so great.
Yeah, you
Yeah. I'm boycotting the expensive. Yeah, the Disneyland of ghosts of paranormal investigation.
Oh God, dude, you're not lying, bro. Jesus Christ.
So this jail was opened in 1891, and it served as a jail till about 1953. So about 6 decades of service. So, as you know, with most old jails, the records and prisoners somehow get lost in transition.
Mm-hmm.
It is it's broken off into sections. So as soon as you walk in the jail, there's your mess hall, like where you have your dinners and stuff. You have your upper quarters where like the deputy and the sheriff would sleep. And then right in the middle, you have your jail cells. And it's like a cage, man. You've seen it, Rich, the cage.
Yeah, I've been in there, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they didn't have AC back in the day, and you think these guys are dying.
Hot, man, hot.
So
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine being locked up in that heat, man?
no.
Nothing, like no, just stagnant heat.
And
Nowhere
then,
to go. Like
on the first floor, you also have those rows with being death row, and then you have solitary.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And imagine being locked in solitary in a hot Florida summer. That room would bake you to death.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, how do they even live like that, bro? Like,
that was a lot of the problems with the old jails. They were very inhumane to prisoners, which kind of helps what fashioned our jail system nowadays for that kind of cruel and unusual punishment.
Mm-hmm.
That place does have a lot of death on it.
Mm-hmm.
Murders, suicides. The sheriff himself is actually said that he was poisoned by the female prisoners because of they think that he might have SA'd them, but it's never been proven. So they think that they poisoned him to kill him, and that probably took a lot because this is a 6'3", 4" dude, 350 pounds. He was a big dude.
Yeah, he was huge, dude. Yeah, that was a big dude.
Even in now, he still runs that jail like a tight ship. So, as for what I know so far is that a lot of the records mysteriously burned in a fire days before somebody from the government was supposed to come and check it out. I'm like, is it an accidental fire, or are you hiding something?
Yeah.
It's just
Seen that a lot in a lot of old places. There seems to be a fire.
Yes, it's always the fire.
Stuff missing.
Maybe it's the freaking maintenance men that are setting the fires. They're tired of
it. As someone who's walked through that building, I can attest that there's a vibe in that building that it just hits you as soon as you walk through. You go through different emotions. Death row, because you can literally see the gallows out that window. Imagine not knowing the day you're gonna die. It just eats at you till you're insane.
Yeah. Well, wait, you said you could see out the window to the gallows, right?
You can see the gallows outside.
Yeah. Well, just imagine having to watch other people die, knowing you're gonna get that one day. You know what I mean? Like, crap, dude. That's like insult to injury right there, buddy.
Then I heard that the warden did not treat everybody the best. He was very abusive.
Yeah.
To the prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the terms that we use nowadays, like jailbird, actually came from that jail. The prisoners that would try to run and they'd get caught, they'd put them in this little jail cell and hang them up high for days on end for being captured back as a punishment.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Well, I mean, not cool that they got. Where the word came from. you hear it all the time.
Yeah, I was told that by Fran, who does the ghost tours there at night.
Yeah, she's awesome, dude. Yeah.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Teresa. I'm sorry. I was thinking Teresa.
This dude.
Fran, Teresa.
Yeah, sounds
It's
not the same.
all the same.
I think one of the best pieces about that place is in the actual jail cells themselves in that area.
Yeah.
If you walk around, there's actually a wall of weapons that were used in crimes throughout history.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how it's evolved over time.
Yeah. Was that jail built by Henry Flagler? Was it?
Yes, it was built by Henry Flagler. A lot of the jails were.
Yes, he was one of the main designers of them damn jails.
He was definitely an interesting man.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been at that jail. That jail's nuts, man.
Yeah, it's definitely. So if you guys go during the day, it's cool, but I would definitely spring to do the after dark tour because it is worth it. They'll hook you up with equipment, but even then, before you even start, things are going to happen.
Yeah.
And the EVPs there are actually very crazy that you get. Those spirits like to talk.
They love REM pods there too.
Yeah, the Boo Buddy.
Yeah.
That actually, we were mid tour and the Boo Buddy actually went off and fell over by itself. It was crazy. But that is my location.
Yeah.
All right. I guess it's me. I'm definitely going to do a spot that I have not been to or most people have not heard of. It is not here with me. It's not here with any of us, but it is in this state and it is a hike. But we're going to talk about it.
All right.
I'm just going to try to share my screen real quick to see if everybody sees this. Please let me know if you can see this.
I can see it.
All right. So that is the Old Christ Church. I don't know why it says church in there. Wherever the picture I grabbed it from.
Somebody got a letter.
Yeah, it must have been scary. Let's see. Hopefully, I'm not still sharing my screen. But anyway, I see you guys, so I don't think I am.
No, you're not.
Old Christ Church is in Pensacola, Florida. And if you know where we are, Pensacola is a hike. This sucker was built in 1832. It is the state's oldest church still standing in its original location. That was funny to me because I don't know how many places I've gone to where it's very, very old, but it's never in its original location.
Yeah.
The house I'm sitting in right now is not in its original location. Mm-hmm. This thing was moved maybe 10 miles from its original location. Yeah. And this is where I am now and why certain stuff may happen here now and then. But 1840, this was interesting to me also. 1840, Reverend Joseph Saunders, the fourth rector, died of yellow fever, and he was buried under the vestry room. Kick it 6 years later, 1846, Reverend Frederick R. Peake, who was the fifth rector, died and was buried next to Saunders. 1853, Reverend David DuBois Flower, the ninth rector, died of yellow fever and was also buried beneath the church.
Oh, God.
So we got 3 rectors there. Years later, that vestry room was torn down and they extended the building by 20 feet, which it covered the unmarked graves. So these rectors were forgotten over time. In 1988, Judith Bentz of the Archaeological Institute of the University of West Florida was invited to do a dig by the rector that was there. After 2 months searching for artifacts, 3 decomposing coffins were found and the graves were exhumed. So now we're talking. Now we found them. Now we're exhuming them. The team stored the bones in the nearby, I'm going to butcher this, I'm sorry, everybody out there, Rocheblave house, which they had an alarm system there. They locked it up. Before they left, they had laid the bones out in 3 different coffin-like boxes. and they had laid the bones out in their correct anatomical positions. So they did that. They left all their tools in there. I believe they left some cameras and stuff in there, not on, just left all their equipment in there because they're coming back the next day. They set the alarms, locked the doors, and they left. Following morning, they came back, unlocked the doors, secured the alarm, and the bones removed out of all 3 boxes, scattered around, little chips of bone on the floor. They said it looked like somebody just I think they said it like you were playing craps or something, dice. Like
fucking poltergeist.
Yeah, just launched them. Somebody even said like these are all students, researchers from that school, Western Florida. Said like it was, they thought of it like they left and then the spirits moved their own skeletons, and they were like, these guys are probably dancing around and just fell down.
Oh my god! The necro dance.
Freaking bones.
Yeah. But
too, we can leave your friends behind.
If they don't dance, then they don't dance.
No friends of mine.
So since that day, there's been a scent of roses in that house. There's no rose bushes or anything nearby, but they were smelling roses. So they hired a carpenter. He was going to build new coffins for each rector, 3 individual coffins. He decided to do this at his house, and he was in his garage. The garage door opened on him. This is late at night. The garage door, while he's working, opened on him. And outside, he saw 3 priests out in the darkness talking to each other.
Ooh.
Oh,
He walked out to greet him, and they vanished right before his eyes.
Wow.
So he didn't get to talk to him. He walked out, and they left.
you're never gonna believe what I saw.
Yeah, right. So they did a reinterment ceremony later. They want to respect the bones, I guess. And there was a guy there who was also from University of West Florida. His name was Gary Powell. I believe he was quadriplegic, so he's in the wheelchair, whatever. He was in attendance, and during the procession, he said he noticed 3 barefooted priests. So back then, when they buried their priests, they buried them barefooted, which I learned by looking into this place. He looked away, but when he looked back, they were gone. Now, when he looked at him, one of the priests had a somber look on his face. The other 2, he said, were talking very jovially, having a great conversation. And what I failed to mention is when they were seen before, anybody's ever seen it before, it wasn't like they were sad, They're just having a good time. They're roaming around, doing their thing, kicking ass for the Lord, who knows. But yeah, they were gone when he looked away. But since Powell saw them, remember the carpenter, they say that, or not the carpenter, but the students, after they found the bones scattered, it said that people can smell the roses. Well, since Powell's sighting, people have noticed the scent of roses in the church. So 2 things that happen according to anybody who's involved: you smell the scent of roses, and as the great poets Outcast said, roses really smell like doo-doo. They don't smell good. I don't know why people. Yeah, that's the big flower. They smell like death. I mean, just think about it. Put your nose on a rose. It ain't smelling good. And if it does, you bought it from friggin' a grocery store and they sprayed it with something. I got them out of my yard. Yeah. They don't smell good. They stink. But that, and they see the 3 priests / rectors / people have called them everything, like monks, whatever. but there's always 3 of them walking around with bare feet. So,
That's cool. Man.
That's all. There was a lot of stuff as far as dates and stuff with, them getting rid of it. It was built in 1832. They start building in 1830. So it didn't take too long to get it built. But back then it was probably the whole town getting into it. And this was part of the Civil War. The North came in, took over. So of course it became a place where they can house the soldiers for downtime. Also, soldiers who were hurt and all that. So you could have some death in there too. Once the war was over and they left, then the congregation came back and they took the church over again. It became their church again. There is a lot of history on this place. I just wanted to give a small snippet of something. So if you're ever out in Pensacola, Florida, look up the old Christ Church. Maybe you can get in there. I think it was a museum at one point. What else? It was a library. It was a library and a museum at one point. So this thing has got a lot of history, different history.
Yeah, a lot of different things. Yeah.
And as you can see, it's not just ghosts and stuff. It's had a lot of people come in and out of there. And if you believe that type of stuff, where you leave a little something of you if something happens, some important date or whatever. But I myself, I would say very important dates are the war, a congregation leaving their house of worship, getting it back, and then you have 3 rectors dying under there, and then building over them and being forgotten. And these guys, it seems like they come back to check up on things. I don't think they're upset about anything, and I haven't seen or heard anything like that. Don't know, but looks like they just keep an eye on everybody.
Nice and clean.
What's that?
Always trying to make sure that their forever resting place is always clean and pure.
Yeah. It looks like they're coming in to check up on their flock. That's how I'm looking at it. Like I said, I haven't been there, so I don't know. But everything I've seen or heard about this place is, these 3 guys are hanging out, and one of them's very serious. The other 2, they're joking, but it doesn't seem like anything bad there. They're just watching, and we're doing stuff for this place to bring it back, and they showed up. So I think it's a good thing.
I just got like the vision of the end scene in Star Wars, the old Star Wars, where like Obi-Wan and freaking Darth Vader, and they're all hanging out at the end.
Oh, it's Force Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yoda, Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Depending on which one you've seen. Yeah, but
I was talking about the original one way back.
Original. Yeah.
Are you referring to
Jedi
or Empire Strikes Back?
I think Return of the Jedi was the last one.
Jedi was the last original, and that was the only one that had the 3 at the end, because the Empire was beaten.
Yoda,
they're all glowing.
Vader came back to Anakin.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Force Ghosts.
Yeah, but I 100% agree. It didn't even think of that. It's just like that,
Yeah.
Except they were all 3. I believe. I mean, who knows? But I believe they were all good to begin with. But
could you imagine
that could be iffy. That could be iffy depending on the priest, I guess. But won't get into that.
Oh God.
I knew a priest once. I haven't seen him in years.
Hey,
all right, calm down.
Shit happens.
Yeah,
but that's the well, there you go, folks. There's 3 places. Our local haunts down here. We'll have some more coming up as we go. There are a ton of places down here.
Oh, there's no shortage, that's for sure.
Not at all.
We'll try to get them out. With local haunts, I have an announcement. Some of you may have seen it, but local haunts is expanding. And our first stop is Georgia. And it's already kind of set up. Already talked to Barry from 0 Hour. Him and his wife Jamie, they are going to run that. So you won't see us. It will be on this platform. They're going to come here. I'll let them into the room, and then I'm skedaddling. I'm out of there. So you're not going to see my ugly mug. And they're going to talk about Georgia's local haunts. And then there's some other folks that I'm going to be reaching out to. Barry may have found me someone else to reach out to in Indiana. We'll see.
Barry's the man.
Huh?
Barry's the man.
Yeah, I love that guy, man. He's cool. It's good.
Yeah, I had an idea the other day, and we were supposed to talk earlier, but I had to cancel yesterday. Didn't want to let the cat out of the bag until I actually talked to the man. And we talked last night, and yeah, that's a go. So whenever they do it, they want to do it, we'll get it out for them. Got some other, like I said, I got some other folks I'm going to be talking to. So hopefully everyone, you will see something coming out from each state about their local thing. It won't be us. Should be the same platform. We give the history of a place. We talk about people's experiences there if we want to. You don't have to. We do not talk about our own experiences there because through our whole damn podcast, all you hear is our experiences. So I don't want that to be a thing. So it's going to be others' experiences, not ours, because I'm sure you're going to hear about us talking about us at some point. So
are you
not on these? Yeah, not on these. But
I would like to experience the three priests over there at the church. That would be fun.
Oh, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
All right. Not that way, by the way.
Back to what I was talking about here. Yeah. Yeah, be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. Georgia's first, and then maybe 1, 2, 3 other states coming soon. They're not on the schedule. I told them whenever they want to do it, they're going to do it, and then we'll get it out to everybody, and I'll I'll post it out there. And there's some other things coming, but that's for me and someone else as we work through that. And hopefully we did work on it a little bit, and hopefully have something ready for this summer when we do the actual first live Paranormal Music Podcast investigation. So I gave myself plenty of time to start getting ready for that. But other than that, that's all that's going on with the local haunts. That is also a part of local haunts because those investigations will be local. I'd like to do at least 4 a year, maybe more. We'll see what happens. But that's enough about what the hell I want to do. So we are going to sign out, folks. I said it before when we first started these. These will not be long. Give you the information. You do it what you want with the information. Come on down here. Reach out if you want, or go solo. Reach out to some other team down here. We don't care. Just come down here and do some investigating. All right, and enjoy our beautiful state of Florida.
And make sure you wear your brown pants.
Yeah, we got helicopters for mosquitoes too. So
yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah,
figure it out.
Oh yeah.
I'm a hermit, so I don't have that problem.
But hey, come down here and look for some creatures too. We got those. So just don't get eaten by a real one. Definitely. The other ones are maybe real. The real ones, some of them will eat you. So be careful out there, folks. But with that, Cordy.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another wonderful episode of the Paranormal Musings Podcast. And y'all stay spooky out there.
Happy hunting, fam.